A few years ago, we have always had the desire to buy as much content from Frank Kern as possible. Today we have realized this wish. Frank Kern is the guy who 20 years ago was already able to earn a really large sum of money over the internet. And ever since he first appeared on the net, he has managed to attract a large number of buyers with different offers. How does the man do it? Well, the one thing I can say so far is that he knows how the whole thing works and he really knows his stuff. The second thing is that he is one of the few people who never give up. On his YouTube channel he posted a really long video about how he managed to scrape together a lot of money in a few hours to get his wife out of the hospital in a pretty explosive crisis situation. If you want to have a look at the video, you can find it on YouTube by entering the search term "The Battle for Your Life." In fact, the ability to not give up in volatile crisis situations seems to be the one thing you need to be successful in the long run. In the last few days I have listened several times to the audiobook by Daniel Schwartz that has the name Think Big. In this book, numerous examples are given of people who, after many setbacks, still managed to reach their goal in the long run. And to get there, these people had to put up with severe setbacks. Such setbacks are things you don't like to talk about, but each of us has experienced. For example, you can publish quite a number of videos and then find that some videos are not even viewed by a single person. And since creating automated customer acquisition videos also requires a certain amount of work, you inevitably reach the point where you want to stop. And that's where the stories differ between those who make it and those who give up. Because once you give up because of setbacks, you can be pretty sure that you will give in to that urge at some point in the next project and quit because of temporarily bad and unsatisfying results. This is only human and there is nothing special about it. You also don't have to blame anyone if you give up when things get too hard. However, we have learned in the past that there are always phases in which you think it could not get any worse. And then something comes along that makes the whole thing even worse. Exactly on these days it decides whether one is still able to reach his own goal in the long run and can achieve the results that one imagines. Because nobody gives you the possibility to reach your goal if you don't do it yourself. If you don't make your own decisions, then you have to live with the consequences of other people's decisions. And they will of course make their decisions in such a way that they get the best result for themselves. Every employer earns more from every employee than that employee earns from his own work. Otherwise, no employer would hire an employee. And most employees believe that the entrepreneurial life is totally easy and that every employer is always able to maintain the business endlessly and even in 10 years will have no problem paying the employee's salary. But in fact we see crises all the time and we also see big companies failing and going bankrupt. So running your own business is always a risk, and you are the one who decides what risks you actually want to take. Acquiring new customers through automated video content is a very low risk, and that's why we think that's the best solution. But of course you can decide that yourself, and if you are not one of the people who want to watch even one more video from this series, then it means that we are not the best choice for you. But even if that's the case, why don't you take a few minutes and ask yourself which technology or strategy can help you in the future to automatically attract customers with video content on the web. Okay, that's it for today. If you have any questions or suggestions about this content, feel free to email us. If you need more customers, just subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you need faster or better results, check out the premium course on our website. For today, we say thank you for your attention and we'll see you in the next video.